In 1972, the first video game tournament in history gave away a paper magazine subscription. Today, a single gaming championship can pay out more prize money than Wimbledon, the Masters, and the Super Bowl combined. Video games didn't just become popular. They pulled off the most aggressive media takeover on the planet, growing into a $200 billion juggernaut that leaves Hollywood and the global music industry in the dust. So how did competitive gaming go from a few geeks in a dusty college lab to filling 80,000-seat Olympic stadiums worldwide? Let's rewind. Picture this. It's October 1972. A bunch of computer geeks are packed into a basement lab at Stanford, sweating over a clunky PDP-10 machine. They're running the first ever video game tournament. And the grand prize? Not a fat 7-figure check, not some clout-heavy sponsor deal. Nah, the winner literally walked away with a 1-year subscription to Rolling Stone magazine. For the next 30 years, the mainstream treated competitive gaming like a total joke. If you were into games, you were just that kid glued to a CRT monitor in your mom's basement, blowing your pocket change on quarters at a smoky arcade, or dragging 20 pounds of tangled blue Ethernet cables across your buddy's garage for a weekend LAN party. Back in '95, if you told some Wall Street boomer or big league TV exec that kids playing pixels would one day pull in more cash than Hollywood box offices and the entire music industry combined, they'd look at you like you were totally tripping. But low-key, under the radar, gaming was cooking. Dial-up died, high-speed broadband hit the scene, and local split-screen turned into global war zones. Gaming wasn't just a weekend pastime anymore. It was turning into a full-blown spectator arena. This is the whole breakdown. How digital play leveled up into a multi-billion-dollar empire, the 5 monster countries running the leaderboards, and where this whole thing goes when AI and next-gen tech take the wheel. If you want to know who actually sparked modern esports, you've got to look at South Korea in the late 90s. Right after the '97 financial crash, the Korean government didn't mess around. They went all in, laying down lightning-fast, dirt-cheap fiber-optic internet everywhere. Boom! Almost overnight, thousands of local internet cafes, they call them PC bangs, popped up on literally every single corner. And right around that exact same time, Blizzard dropped StarCraft, Brood War. Talk about lightning in a bottle. South Korea did something nobody else even thought of. They turned grinding a strategy game into primetime television. They threw matches on live cable networks like OGN, and pro players like Boxar were walking around treated like straight-up pop stars with massive fan clubs. They built the blueprint. Team gaming houses, ruthless coaching, corporate mega sponsors, and legit government backing. Meanwhile, back in the States and Europe, the scene was hitting a major wall. Traditional TV networks, especially ESPN, had no clue what to do with gaming. When they tried airing matches, it felt mad cringe, totally out of touch, and sanitized. Then came 2011. Enter Twitch.tv. Twitch completely cut out the middleman. Now, players could stream straight to millions of viewers with live, unhinged chat reactions, memes, and zero corporate filter. At the same time, studios cracked the cheat code on making bank. Free-to-play games as a service. Riot Games with League of Legends, and Valve with Counter-Strike and Dota 2 stopped charging $60 up front. They made the games free to grab, balanced the meta down to the frame, and let players flex with paid character skins. By 2014, Riot literally sold out the 40,000-seat World Cup stadium in Seoul. Valve followed up by crowdfunding the international prize pools past $30 and $40 million. Gaming wasn't niche anymore. It was selling out arenas worldwide. No cap. Fast forward to today. Gaming is worldwide, but when you look at who's actually dominating the cash prizes and the global leaderboards, 5 powerhouse countries are completely running the show. Let's break them down. Sitting at the absolute top of the leaderboard, with well over $330 million in tournament earnings, is China. Over there, megacorps like Tencent didn't just invest in esports, they literally bought the companies making the games. We're talking 100% ownership of Riot Games and massive stakes everywhere else. While the West was stuck debating whether mobile games were real gaming, China said, "Hold my drink," and built massive multi-million-dollar stadium leagues around mobile bangers like Honor of Kings. In cities like Shanghai, esports isn't just big. It's backed by the city government, with teams playing out of their own private arenas. Coming in hot at number 2 is the United States, with over $300 million racked up. America is where the clout, the branding, and the massive venture capital live. The US scene dominates PC tactical shooters like Valorant, but where America really goes crazy is on console and Battle Royale. We're talking Call of Duty League, Halo, and the legendary fighting game community at EVO in Vegas. Plus, nobody does viral stadium spectacles like the US. Remember 16-year-old Booga bagging a cool $3 million on stage at the Fortnite World Cup in front of a roaring New York crowd? That's the American dream on steroids. Ranked number 3, but pound for pound, the absolute most lethal on the planet, South Korea. Their total earnings sit around $157 million, but their talent density is unreal. Korea is home to Lee Faker Sang-hyuk, the undisputed Michael Jordan of competitive gaming. He's been dominating League of Legends for over a decade, stacking world titles when most pros retire by 23. The Korean grind culture, brutal academy tryouts, and tactical discipline make them the final boss of almost every global PC esport. Number 4 is the CIS region, claiming over $100 million in tournament bags. These guys don't chase flashy hype. They thrive on brutal mechanical precision and raw clutch gene. If it's Counter-Strike or Dota 2, you know Eastern European squads are going to show up and give everyone a headache. When Team Spirit made their Cinderella run at the International 10 to walk away with an $18 million first-place bag, they proved you can never count these guys out. Rounding out the top 5 with over $75 million in earnings is Brazil. If you've ever watched a Brazilian esports crowd, you know they bring the exact same energy as a World Cup soccer final. Drums beating, thousands of fans screaming, pure hype, dominating games like Rainbow Six Siege, Valorant, and mobile hits like Free Fire. Brazilian orgs like Loud and Furia have turned their top players into legit mainstream rock stars. Now, it wasn't all sunshine and rainbows. Between 2016 and 2021, the hype train went totally off the rails. Tech bros and venture capitalists started throwing insane money at esports teams. Team franchise spots were selling for $20, $30, even $35 million each. Everyone thought gaming was going to instantly replace traditional sports on television. And then, the bubble popped. What the industry calls the Esports Winter. A ton of teams realized they were burning cash like crazy on huge salaries and luxury team mansions without enough steady revenue coming back in. They didn't have the massive TV broadcast rights that keep leagues like the NFL afloat. So, the industry had to get smart and adapt. The teams that survived stopped earning dumb money and focused on what actually works, turning their organizations into full-on creator and lifestyle brands like 100 Thieves and FaZe. Partnering with game devs on in-game cosmetics, splitting revenue straight from digital team skins and weapon stickers that fans actually want to buy, and prioritizing mobile accessibility, tapping into millions of hungry gamers across Latin America, India, and Southeast Asia who play on their phones instead of crazy expensive custom PC rigs. Today, the gaming industry is chilling at over $180 billion a year. That's bigger than the film and music industries combined, and the growth isn't slowing down anytime soon. Looking ahead at the next 10 years, 4 massive power shifts are taking over. Second, real institutional clout. The International Olympic Committee made it official by creating the Olympic Esports Games. The tired old debate of is gaming a real sport is officially dead and buried. Third, AI and high-tech coaching. Machine learning isn't just playing games. It's analyzing millions of data points per millisecond to coach pro teams, run anti-cheat systems, and instantly generate crazy hype broadcast clips tailored specifically to what you want to watch. And fourth, cloud gaming and cross-play. You don't need a $4,000 rig with a liquid-cooled GPU to drop into the arena anymore. Cloud streaming and crossplay mean a kid on a budget smartphone in Mumbai, a console player in Chicago, and a PC sweat in Berlin are queuing into the exact same lobby with zero lag. 50 years ago, competitive gaming was just a few college kids playing for a magazine subscription in a dusty Stanford computer room. Today, it's the biggest entertainment medium on the planet, shaping music, fashion, tech, and global youth culture. It didn't just beat traditional sports at their own game, it built a whole new playing field. Speaking of massive cultural moments, are you excited for Grand Theft Auto 6? Do you think it's about to break every single entertainment sales record in human history? Or is the hype way too high? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Smash that like button and make sure to subscribe to the channel with notifications turned on.